Welcome everybody! Hi interwebnet people, this is another Talks Online interview with the amazingly talented Wayne Taylor, aka Mr. J's Madhouse. How are you doing, good sir?
Oh, not too bad, thank you.
How are you doing being grounded?
By 10 people with that compliment.
How are you doing being grounded?
Not too bad, getting back into my drawing. Motivation for cosplay making's gone out the window, but...
Yeah, I saw online on Facebook you put some Star Wars characters on.
Yeah, well, basically with the charity organisation I'm in with the Central Legion, they're doing a character of Star Wars a month because of May the 4th.
Well,
so
character a day.
We've got a list of a character each day.
Oh, right. So I drew a Star Wars character the other day that I can't remember her name now.
Yes.
She's like got those squid tentacle things for hair, doesn't she?
I think it's called Ashoka, something like that.
Yeah.
Ashoka Tano, I think it is. If I butchered that name, I apologise to all Star Wars fans because I am not a Star Wars fan. I'm going to get linked.
I saw all your drawings so far. You're getting better as well.
I know. People say I'm getting better, but it's just one of those things where you just don't believe it sometimes. I mean, you've got to be in the mood to draw sometimes.
I was going to say, when you're an artist yourself, you don't see your own work like other people see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, so interview, cosplay stuff.
Yes.
You do the Joker a lot. Why?
Why?
The big question. Why do you?
Very good question. Very good question.
Are you some sort of maniacal madman at heart?
But basically, you know, cosplayers always talk about they have that other self they need to release and they can't. It's just me letting loose some madness and just being able to get steam out of me, really. Apart from that, as a kid, I grew up with the TV series Batman, Cesar Romero especially.
With the Mark Hamill version of the...
Never really been out of my life, really.
So basically, if any police officers watching this, Wayne has a psychotic madman inside him. Oh, there you go. This is just for our protection, Wayne. Just for our protection.
Can we write a fan fiction about this?
What about Wayne being a psychotic madman? Or about Wayne being the Joker?
No, about Wayne having a psychotic man inside him.
Oh God!
Sorry.
Yeah, fan fiction.
That's just how.
You're talking about me having madness, Koro Sensei, and somebody who likes to run around a Deadpool with a microphone.
Hey, Koro Sensei is awesome. Koro Sensei is brilliant.
He's got us there, Steve.
Yeah, Koro Sensei gets so much attention. But yeah, I'll say something, Wayne. Out of all the Jokers that you've ever done, I'd probably say that your Killing Joke one was one of my favourites.
Well, the thing is, you know how highly respected the Killing Jokes book is. It's a bit like Rogue One in the book for Star Wars. It's kind of like the Bible for Joker. I'm very pleased that I could actually have done the shirt actually spot on. That's all painted myself from a school shirt in NASA.
Yeah.
Only took 3 attempts.
I mean, I've asked people before, like, if I was to do like a Marvel or a DC character, people really struggle to find one for me. So, you guys, what do you think I should do if I was cosplay DC?
Apart from going the obvious way and saying somebody like Bane.
What about Two-Face?
Two-Face?
Yeah, like you just get some latex.
It'd just be that easy. I just basically just open the oven to one side of my face and then I'm done.
I'm cooked now, ready for you.
I don't know. People have said to me, "Why don't I do something like a young penguin?"
Yeah,
I could do.
There'll either be the Penguin, Bane.
Yeah.
Not that anybody's done it, and I don't know how you'd start. Maybe Clayface.
What about Professional Gordon?
Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, Commissioner Gordon. I'm slurring my speech already. Commissioner Gordon.
Put it down. I mean, when people say that DC, they automatically go to Batman. But
Were you saying that, Steve? I have the same problem with Marvel.
people don't know what to do Marvel for you. But haven't you got a Deathstroke cosplay?
That's DC.
Or is it DC?
That's DC.
Yeah, that's DC, isn't it? I said I'll get my DC and Marvel mixed up a little.
And the nearest I get to Deadpool is my crossover with Freddy.
Yeah,
You want
it's like a
Deadpool? With both claws.
So what have you been doing with yourself then, Wayne, lately? Because obviously we haven't seen each other for a while. So what have you been getting up to?
Shopping. Talking about the Joker. I actually went down to Asda the other day in my purple suit Joker just to amuse a few people. Made a couple of the Asda staff jump out of their skins while they were stocking the shelf. But you know.
No, every time I think, shall I go down to Tesco's in a costume? I can't, because most of my costume are just giant heads, and they won't let me in. They won't let me in. How sad's that?
I was going to say the only ones you probably get away with is Roman Torchwick and
yeah, sometimes the
Roman.
the
The one you wore at Nottingham. Yeah, Nottingham.
I've never been to Nottingham. Try again.
No,
Northampton?
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean,
That's
there's probably
that Vocaloid that you're doing with the purple hair. Is that what you're talking about, Wayne?
Gaffer. That's just me in a purple wig.
Isn't that what most cosplay is?
True, that's quite true. When the lockdown's lifted, have me and Helen go to Tesco's as Gakpo and Luca. They wouldn't put it past me, you know. Every time me and Wayne take Helen and our friends down to the salt wells, down to the nature reserve, the corner shop owner keeps spotting us. He keeps saying, "Oh, you going for another shoot, are you?" He goes, "Yeah, no problem." So, "Who are you today?" And he's really interested in it, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, every time I go in the shop, he says, like, "Oh, we've got more pictures of your costumes. Where have you been lately? What have you been doing?"
That's normally because we go and get food on the way back.
I know. maybe we should start popping in and scaring the shit out of his family. Can you imagine me, you, Helen, walking into that shop and then just having the store owner's mom sat there at the counter? Give her a heart attack, woman.
Especially if I'm in cosplay as well.
Yeah.
Instead of just having my camera.
Oh man. So what have you been watching lately, Wayne?
What have I been watching?
And don't say DC reruns.
Stephen King TV series, The Outsider.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Waiting for Batwoman to get to season 8 so I can watch the crossover in our order.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a backlog of Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, all waiting for when I can get to hour 2 of Batwoman.
I've been watching Formula One reruns.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been watching quite a few of those. I do like me a good Formula One wet race. Really spices things up.
I was going to say the racing I always used to like watching is the one they have at night that always guarantee crashes.
What, Singapore?
Mm.
Yeah, I do like.
10 stops, you guaranteed a crash or 2.
Yeah, I do like it when. Well, I don't like it when they crash, but it's more exciting when they do.
Yeah, it's the one track that always guaranteed a crash or 2.
Yeah, that's why I like watching the touring cars, because they crash a lot. They don't give a damn.
No.
They just bang into each other like, I don't care.
It's like the old Monster Derby, ain't it?
Monster trucks. Oh, I'll tell you something. I actually watched. I was flicking through cable the other day, and I actually spotted on one of the sports channels I get for free. They were showing some monster truck stuff. It's like, how on earth can you get like a 3-ton truck to do a backflip? It's like, it's like the physics shouldn't be possible.
And they did it.
Yeah.
Oh my
They'll do
goodness.
backflips and front flips, and then suddenly a tyre flew off, and then it's like, God, what's happening now?
Wow.
Half the time, just land on their roof. That's what I look out for.
Pimped up with nitroglycerin in the back.
But going from that, I actually saw on YouTube. I watched some highlights because I left my YouTube just running. You know how it just auto plays after a while. I left it running, and then I came back, and suddenly there was like pickup truck racing, and I'm like, are they mad? Because they're just sending these 2.5-ton pickup trucks over ramps, and they're just launching them like 50 feet, and then all of a sudden, like all four wheels just fly off in all directions. Like, you ain't gonna win now, pal.
No.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they don't give a damn if a wheel falls off. All they'll do is they'll just carry on. They'll just keep driving. It's like, oh, I've got 3 wheels. Eventually, you'll just have a guy come around on the last lap just holding a steering wheel saying, where's my van gone?
Like all black and white movies.
I'll tell you the funniest, one of the funniest things I ever saw in sport. This was like donkeys ago. I only remember it because my dad keeps reminding me about it. It was when black and white TVs were like all the rage and like before colour came in. Yeah. And my dad was watching the snooker, and the guy on the show says, right, he's going to aim for the pink ball now, which for those of you who don't know is next to the blue ball on a black and white TV. And he's like, okay, yeah. that was one of the first times I actually stayed up until past midnight because my mum and dad refused to put me to bed.
Mm.
There was a really good snooker match going. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like a World Championship final. I think it was Steve Taylor, Dennis Taylor, and
Steve.
I think it was Dennis Taylor's win. And they didn't put me to bed until after midnight because they wanted to watch it. And I was just sat there, just listening to them watch the snooker. Oh, that's actually something. If you could be an expert in any sport, what would you be an expert in?
Water polo.
Water polo. Wouldn't you horse drown?
Not if I was an expert.
Now, give me archery any day. I'd love to be an expert in archery. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm not like competition level. I mean, I can hit the target, but hitting the target means like, do I hit it by a bit or do I actually hit the bullseye? And for me, it's like if I'm firing at like a rabbit-sized target, I'm always hitting the ears. I'm never hitting like the actual head or anything like that.
I don't know. Mine would probably be something like golf because I do like playing crazy golf. So anything that I could get better at that, probably good.
You'd be a crazy golf expert.
Well, I've got the crazy part now.
We're not disagreeing with you. Definitely not disagreeing with you. So other than Joker and the few other cosplays we know about, have you got anything planned for next year? Seeing as like every convention is now cancelled or postponed.
Oh God, don't even talk about it. The thought of not having any cons this year is terrible.
I know. I mean,
before I go shopping in cosplay.
Yeah. I mean, me and Helen are hoping and praying that things like the October and November conventions will be allowed to go ahead, because we've got a couple in November that we want to go to.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doki Doki.
Mass gatherings. As far as big gatherings, I didn't want MCM pull in. I don't think. It'd be interesting to see if November happens. But I've got one in the works, which is, I don't know if you've heard of the musical, Anthony Head's in it, Repo Man.
The only Repo Man I know of is the wrestler.
Yeah, Repo Man, the operatic musical.
No, I never heard of it. Go on.
Basically, he's basically a surgeon. He's got all that mask. He's got that mask and nose. And also, I've got a cartoon version of Shredder in the works.
Yeah, that's what I heard about.
I've got to figure out how to do the helmet and fit on my head.
Yeah, there are plenty of tutorials out there. I mean, I made my first helmet, but it was like a double-sized one. So
Yeah, but your heads don't need to fit your head, do they?
No, that's a good point.
You can get
No,
away with not having yours oversized.
yeah, I think after this ghastly one, I'm going to start like not slowing down, but I'm going to do something slightly easier. Literally, obviously, just put it on and wear it.
You wanted to upgrade Meep, didn't you?
Which one?
The Meeping Angel.
I've always wanted to upgrade him. But it's one of those things now where he's been in storage that long, I'd have to rebuild him from scratch.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was just like a one-off to prove to myself that I could do it. Like I could do something. But after I've done this ghastly one, I put on Facebook not long ago that I've got my 3 upcoming ones. I want to do an upgraded Kuro Sensei definitely, because I've now worked out a better way of doing the head and the tentacles to make them look a bit more not realistic, but a bit more away from the cartoon and more to the live action type of thing.
All right. I still haven't watched the live action one.
You need to watch the live action one. Honestly, it's really good. It's really close to the actual anime. I mean, they've got to cut a lot out, obviously, but the overall feel of the anime is there, and it's really good. But after Kuro Sensei, I'm going to like really scale it back. I'm going to try and do Wesker from Resident Evil at some point.
Yeah, you've thought about that and put it to one side a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a thing come up on my Facebook memories thing, which was
when you first done it.
When I first thought about doing it, was pretty much exactly 2 years ago when I first thought about doing it. But I thought to myself, well, I want to do other things first, so I wanted to do my harder projects first. But I've worked out some accessories that he can have. Obviously, I've found a replica BB version of his gun with a few modifications. I can make it look better, and I've put on my watch list on eBay a metal aluminium case. And in that case, I'm going to have the 3 vials of, like the T-virus type vial. Yeah. I'm going to have those inside the case. I don't know if I'm going to backlight it or anything yet, though, but I want to see what I can do with that.
Michael, trust my interview having to have a +18 rating, and it's not because of me.
Yeah. Well, to get this on YouTube nowadays, you have to say that it's either suitable for all ages or suitable for kids, and if you put it as kids, you can't comment on it. So it's a bit pointless. So it doesn't really matter what we say, because if anybody watches this, they know that there's going to be swearing anyways.
Yeah, all our videos are now aimed at an over 18 plus audience.
Yeah. They would be doing what they do.
Michael?
I just heard titter-tatter coming down the stairs. I looked at the camera facing me, and I saw this naked child just like.
Oh, certainly can put his editing skills to blur that out, because I didn't see anything. So. Oh man. So yeah, Michael, do you want to have a quick chat about what you discussed with me earlier about your potential future with costumes and cosplay and that sort of stuff? Or do you want to try and keep that secret?
We'll try and keep that secret for now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm only telling a few close personal friends. Yeah. But okay.
I keep pointing down because Michael's below me, but he's not when the thing's done. He's down there or whatever. I don't.
That way.
I know, not when the video's on.
It really doesn't matter. I could actually move myself to be in a different position just to.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I'm used to it now. Don't you dare!
If you're a regular viewer of this show, and I'm hoping you are, you'll notice that the windows keep changing every single Talksontour.
It's because we've not got used to it yet. We've only done what 6?
7.
6 of these
7.
7.
Oh. And 7 was the unlucky one.
I'll say one thing though. We've just put up the 50th Talksontour on the channel, haven't we?
Yep. Yeah, 50 of the new episodes.
50 of the new episodes.
Yeah, really happy about that. So we should actually really be on 52, but I missed 2 weeks just for self-reflecting.
Don't matter. We're making progress.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, when it comes to the whole Talks on Tour thing, I mean, the next big convention me and Helen have got is Doki Doki again. So that'll be our third year of Talks on Tour there. And so I can't believe they keep having us back. Yeah, we get up to a bit of mischief when we're up there. Yeah. I'll tell you something though.
They're the best interviews up there, though.
Yeah, some of them have been really good. Yeah, some of them have been good. Some of them not so good. Oh,
Yes.
Gary's here.
Gary.
Very
Yeah,
well.
he's here.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, 21 minutes.
I'm meant to be in Australia.
Yeah. He just randomly pops in the chat and pops out again. That's what happens with these interviews. Isn't it? Oh, man.
We enjoy that. Well, hopefully we have some viewers left after tonight's episode, which is going to be yesterday's episode by the time this one airs, because we kind of threatened everyone to subscribe.
He threatened everybody to subscribe.
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually, when this video's obviously we're recording this video now, it's actually VE Day, isn't it, guys?
It is, yes.
It
Did you
is
do
VE
anything
Day,
special?
What VE Day special?
Yeah, did you do anything special today?
Not for me now. I mean, where I live, other than family, I've got nobody close, like friend-wise. I mean, closest friends I've probably got is literally Wayne, and he's like what 4 or 5 miles away. Yeah.
Apart from that, there was the minute silence at 11, and apart from that, it's trying to stand proof that the shouting from the street.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do apologise if anybody can hear the street party going on outside mine. But yeah, we've got some bunting in the street. We've got some people outside, like sitting on their front lawns and things like that, just chatting to their neighbours, getting like little front lawn picnics out and things like that. So it's actually quite festive. But, so I was on my walk this morning. The amount of people who've got decorations and things out for it, it does just make you feel a bit nostalgic. Yeah.
I walked in town yesterday with my family, and there was just far too many people on the street, and I felt really, really anxious and uneasy. I shouldn't, but I have.
They're public. They're public still.
The public are scaring me at the moment.
It's not meant to be inside. What's this? There's people.
I mean, they are saying on like today's news that we should be like lifting restrictions in a few days, but be honest, I'm thinking it's too early.
Not to any extent. Probably a little bit more exercise. That'll be about it.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
all the selected friends they were talking about.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, all 5 or 10 people.
I can understand being or letting people or allowing people to go back to work to a certain degree, like have things like more of like the health services go back to work and things like that.
Go back to work. You try and go back doing like retail and most jobs in this.
I know. But things whenever I go shopping now, I've always said hello to these like the cashiers and the people who work at the stores and things like that. I've always said hello to them, had a chat. But I had a chat with one person while they were scanning my stuff through, and I just took a look at her, and she just looked really drained. I mean, granted she's going to be, but I just came up and asked her, and I said, just swayed her in her face, and said, "Are you all right?" And she just turned around to me and just says, "I've been working my arse off for days on end now. I'm exhausted." And I literally went from the checkout to the customer service desk to speak to a manager over there, just like nicely, just saying, "I just want to speak to a manager for a couple of minutes." And I just said, can you go and relieve the person on that checkout? And he goes, why? What do you mean? I said, she is exhausted. I said, just scanning my stuff through, she made 2 or 3 errors and had to go back through to it. She needs a break. And while I was talking to the woman, she'd been on shift from like 6 a.m. And it was like, I think it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the evening or the afternoon.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so that's the only problem with retail, and with this climate at the moment, you really don't know what they're being forced to do.
Yeah, I mean, she'd been on shift now she'd been on that shift that day for about 9 to 10 hours, and all she'd had was a 15-minute break. She was absolutely knackered. But luckily for me, the manager saw what was going on, and they did go over to her and say, like, I didn't actually hear what was going on, but I saw the woman get up from her checkout and go to the back. So it does look like he actually relieved her from duty. Just like, go and take half an hour.
Well, it looks like you made her day at least.
Yeah, but I do hope that things start getting back to normal. But after all this, I don't think everything's going to be normal ever again. I don't think we're going to get back to what we were 6 weeks ago. But it's just one of the things. I think if they take it too quickly and they actually do things too quickly, we'll end up like other countries that have done it.
I mean, the way it was leaked out, even the pubs aren't supposedly open until the end of August. So, what chances that our codes got?
Exactly. I mean, as soon as they say sports events can take place, then any large event should be allowed to take place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but there's large events and the capacity of MCM now.
Exactly. I mean, you've got all like the football matches and things like that. I mean, the football season's over now, isn't it? So they're going to want to restart. They want to try and restart.
I don't know how they finalise the end of the matches. I don't know, because they're talking about doing some behind closed doors when they do start.
They're thinking about it. It's just one of them things where it just has to be taken slowly and carefully. Really
Can you imagine a football squad doing social distancing soccer?
I can't get them. So how are they going to? Well, yeah, they can take penalties because penalty spot's more than 2 meters away from the goal line, so they'll be alright doing that.
Yeah, there won't be as many injuries, will there?
No.
It's going to be like Monty Python with all the Greek gods playing football.
And they're all running away from the ball in case it might touch them.
Yeah, and then you got Pythagoras who's there with a protractor working out his angles. And, yeah. I can just imagine the start of the new football season where you get 2 football teams, one in red Tyvek suits and then another one in blue Tyvek suits, all with their names and numbers on the back. You can't tell whose suits, they've all got gas masks on.
And black armbands for the people that have fallen during this crisis.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's been the main focus of pretty much all these interviews. We've just got on to talking about being sick and poorly and all that sort of stuff, isn't it? Oh man. So eventually we're going to run out of stuff to talk about other than this flipping virus.
Oh, come on, that's all I hear on the TV. It's like Jeremy Vine can't talk about anything else.
Oh, I know. This is why me and Helen watch YouTube all the time, because as long as I skip past the first 3 videos, I can watch stuff. Nothing to do about it. I mean, some videos will mention it and things like that, but they'll only mention it once right at the start of the video, and then that's it. Then they just carry on.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Right,
oh man.
My barbecue ribs are almost ready. Hopefully, Kaylee's been cooking them while there's interviews going on. And would you like to do the intro, Steve?
Do the intro. Intro at the end. Yeah, guys. So yeah, we'll bring the interview to an end. So obviously, everybody who's watched, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do all the little bits on the YouTube. So from us guys here, it says, "What is up, guys? Welcome to Talksontour," and we'll see you in the next video. Ta-da!
It's Gary!
It's Gary.
I've come to annoy Michael when he edits these videos because he won't have been expecting me, will he?
This is not the Spanish Inquisition.
It should be.
I've got a song for you. Do you know it's VE Day today, isn't it?
Yeah, we mentioned that.
I've got a song for you.
Go on.
We'll eat McDonald's again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll eat McDonald's again. I love chicken nuggets. Yes, I do.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
It's like an old joke my dad told me about the two Eskimos singing a song.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yeah.
There's the punchline.
No.
Nobody heard it.
He says the one Eskimo gets home and his wife says, "What's for dinner?" And he goes, "We'll meet again."
Oh.
My dad came out to me one day and said, "Stephen, can you help me out with this stupid intrawebnet thing?" And I thought, I'm stealing that. I'm so stealing that.
Right, we've been recording for a while, so I'm going to have that as our outro.
Oh, you're going to have it as the outro? Or are you stealing my intro?
No, the origin of
Oh.
your intro.
Well, if the intro's the outro and the outro's the intro, thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Ta!